when you type your name into Google, a lot of articles come up about your hairstyle.
Great. I'm really glad that's the autofill and not like Sprouse feet or something disgusting.
Yeah, hair, that's a relief.
Right. That seems pretty low key in 2021. I'm glad it's about hair.
Yes, exactly. You really are an interesting person with interesting opinions. So I did want to get your take on some current pop culture trends. Are you in?
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, because we're calling it the Cole Poll. Okay, while Riverdale has been on hiatus, it seems like everyone's been binging Netflix's Bridgerton. What do you think, Cole?
I think those are some of the most beautiful actors I've ever seen in my life. I can't say I've watched too much of it, but I've heard a lot about the sex scenes, which seem to be incredible according to TikTok. But I haven't seen it, though I do love the fashion and the hairstyling.
It's so good, and they just came on the show, and it was dynamic to speak to them because they are waking everybody up. Okay, next, I just read an article on BuzzFeed about pandemic tattoos. Should we all be passing the time right now by getting some ink? What do you think?
Well, you know, my generation has been doing stick and pokes inside their house for like the last 10 years. I have a feeling everyone's going to walk away with a tattoo. I just don't know if the origin story sounds too good. You know, like, yeah, I got this because I was super bored and I wanted to stick and poke my friends during one of the biggest pandemics in global history. You know, I just don't think it's not a good origin story. My dad is covered in tattoos, and he had a little saying, which I take with me, which is you should think about a tattoo for 9 months because that's the time it takes to have a child, and that's a lifelong decision.
Oh, that's really profound and perfect. I had a stick and poke tattoo once by Billy Joe, the lead singer of Green Day.
That's way cooler of an origin story.
It disappeared, though, which is fine.
Right. Well, next time he's really got to use the hammer and chisel.
Totally. It seemed like a fun idea at the time, but then when it disappeared, I was like, and there it goes. Yeah. Sex and the City is coming back with an HBO Max reboot, but without the Samantha character. Cole, is it still really Sex and the City?
Which one is Samantha? I watched Sex and the City a little bit.
She's the one standing up in the back. Kim Cattrall, she was in Mannequin. She's like everything. I was watching Sex and the City while I was doing a TV show, and she affected my performance a lot. Like everything I started doing sounded like Samantha. I'll do the Samantha for you. Okay, hold on. So here would be a Samantha. Well, Sex and the City is getting a reboot. Like, yes. And I was
so she's not going to be on it.
She's not going to be on it. And again, everything she said was about sex.
It sounds like the cast of Riverdale when the cameras are not rolling.
Oh, that's fun. Makes going to work better.
Yeah, reboots are a tricky thing, you know? You have the original shows, when they become successful, sit within this golden little plate of nostalgia. And when you modernize it and go back to it, it has the potential to really disenfranchise the original fan base. So it's a very, very touchy thing. I'm asked all the time if Dylan and I are going to do a Sweet Life reboot, and I go, no, absolutely not.
Well, then I'll skip the next question. All right, chess is everywhere right now, thanks to the Queen's Gambit. Chess fan?
Yeah. I can't say I'm a chess fan. I know how to play, but let's be honest. It's really cool to watch her play it when it's on a Netflix show. You know, she makes it look fantastic. But when was the last time you actually sat and played chess? It's not the most exciting game. And I grew up spoiled with video games. And that's such an interactive medium. And I can't go from playing a man surviving the apocalypse to chess. I'm desensitized now.
It's true. Actually, I think it's the video game industry just surpassed the music industry at $180 billion of 2020's annual revenue. So everyone is being desensitized, Cole. It's happening. It's real. I do wonder, like, you're an archaeologist. I mean, man, since the beginning of time, didn't live in a virtual reality world. Do you think we're going to be okay?
It is intriguing how the entertainment mediums have evolved over time. We had audio, then we had visual. Now we have virtual reality, which truly takes over most of our senses, and we're fully interactive. I have a feeling, and I don't know, I'm one of these guys that watched WALL-E and saw like the big people in the chairs floating around the humans in space and got really excited. I'm excited for when I'm 80 years old and I can just sit in my virtual reality chair and be riding some unicorn across like some apocalyptic plane. And my legs might, my body might be old, but I get to fully immerse myself into a virtual world when I'm 80. I'm excited for video games when I'm an old man, so I can just plug in.
Well,
I want to enter the Matrix, and I don't want to realize I'm in the Matrix,
I don't know. You just brought a poetry and romance to the apocalypse, though. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Oh, I heard that you had a little crush on Jennifer Aniston when you were a kid doing Friends. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. It actually made it quite difficult to work in front of her, I must admit. I was a child. I would stammer a lot and I'd forget my lines, which I feel like I've maintained my composure a bit more effectively now. But it was quite difficult when I was a kid. And I was teased a little bit by the crew because they saw it. And I would just forget and be looking at her like, But then the whole world had a crush on Jennifer Aniston. So.
Well, the whole world has a crush on you too, Cole. So.
At this point, I'll take whatever I can get.
Well, I will take this opportunity to finally meet you, someone I have watched and cheered on along the way. And really, like, watching you become who you are has just been fascinating because there's so much to you.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you for having me on the show, Drew. I appreciate it.
I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you so much. The pleasure and the honor.
I can't wait to meet you in person, my dear.
I look so forward to it, perhaps much sooner than later. And the Riverdale Season 5 premieres tomorrow night on the CW.